NASA Apollo.
Perfect.
Yes.
You should cut out faces of the team and put them on there.
Maybe
It's like good enough, so you gotta be great, and I'ma do whatever it takes. Doing what I love in life, and I'll pay the price, and not stopping even if the shit kills me, even if it kills me.
Hi everyone and welcome to MattGron Talks. My name is Mattias Gronborg, aka MattGron, and this, my friends, this is episode 107, and I'm the founder of the HubSpot agency iGoMoon, and here I share my scaling up journey building a company from nothing to something. And of course, with me as usual, the one and only Svea-Malina Landshoff from Germany.
Hi, Mattias.
Back in Sweden.
Hi, Mattias. So first of all, this format, okay, this is where entrepreneurship runs smack into reality. And it is really true, because I actually just said to Mattias, oh man, you look rough today. You look stressed. He said, yeah, that's how it is. You know, it's not always easy. But welcome also from my side to MattGron Talks. And yeah, we have a framework in place because we publish actually 3 episodes per week. Do you want to share it?
Yes, and first, the most important thing, if we have any newcomers, welcome. You are the most important people here today, and we have a framework for you. And every Monday I share a personal development experience when I'm growing as a human being and a leader. And every Wednesday, Svea, which is today, I share everything I'm learning in the entrepreneurial process, scaling up iGoMoon. And then every Friday, I share my self-inventory, and then I talk about stuff that I could have done different, also things I have learned during the week, and we are also celebrating the victories. That's important, and it's the best medicine or remedy for, get less anxiety and stress in your life. So always be grateful.
Yeah.
And as Svea always says,
it's your diary. And I think it also, it does not only help people watching, I think it also helps you personally, right? To be more self-aware, reflect about the week. Sometimes I feel a little bit like we're in a therapy session, like in a good way. Like we talk about things, look at things from different angles.
Yeah.
So, but like you said, today is not the Friday episode. That will be next Friday, but we are talking about the Wednesday one. And like you said, we're talking about the entrepreneurial process and how you're growing the company. And I mean, nothing would fit better than talking about the topic of actually growing the company, because you're moving the office soon. It was so funny because like some episodes ago, you were just saying it like, yeah, it's probably time to move to a bigger office. And then like, I remember it was the next week you were like, yeah, by the way, we're moving the office. And yeah, but sometimes it's like that. Just something comes around the corner, and then you just have to do it and don't think so much about it. And I think that was the case in your case. Phone is ringing. This is not yours though. Or do you have another ringtone now?
I thought it was on mute, but obviously not. So
no worries.
Yeah, all right.
Maybe it's the landlord that we contacted before the episode behind the scenes. But more to that later. But yeah,
could be.
But talking about the office, I know you're moving soon, and I just want to check in. How is the state? Is anything rolling yet, or is it big chaos still?
So I have the key now. We have access, but they're still, preparing and doing a full cleaning of the office, and we will be able to actually move our stuff into the office next week,
okay.
1st of November. So yes, it's very fun. New chapter, and
but the office was in the same building, right? Did you say that?
In the same building, second floor, and it's bigger. This office we have today is about 150 square meters. We are moving to a 320 square meters, and it's really good. We can really grow the company to become like 25-30 people in that office space. So
that sounds like a
that's
decent
really
upgrade.
what we need.
Yeah, and also cool that it is in the
Yeah.
same building. It's probably a little bit less stressful to move all the things.
Yeah.
But yeah, speaking of that, like how are your stress levels now? Is it more excitement for you, or is it more like, oh, I'm stressed out, I don't know where to start?
I'm good.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, I'm happy. I'm good. I don't know what to say. I stay frosty. I stay crisp and frosty.
And you just said that it's a lot bigger, obviously, in the old office, and
Yeah.
you can really grow the company there. But apart from only the size of the office, what are like your expectations for the new office? What are you hoping for? Anything there?
I think something that is really good with the new office, I think, is the potential actually to be able to fit more people. Like the meeting rooms, they're also bigger, and I also looking forward to get the setup where we have a room just dedicated for the sales activities, and we have one room dedicated for the production teams, and yes, and I will also be able to get my own office space, which is really good, because like the setup we have today, like 80% of like 80% of my conversations and the calls I do, should not be overheard someone else. And so that's a little bit tricky, like every phone call I try to find somewhere and to sit, and typically I end up on the balcony,
Okay.
and it's
In the middle of the
still
winter, not the nicest thing.
November,
Yeah.
and it's raining, and so
Yeah, I get that.
and also if someone really have something to say, or want to have like a chat with me, it could be a little bit scary to actually come up to me next to my desk and say, hey, can we talk? And then there's like 4 other people.
What
I
are they
wonder what
talking
they are
about?
talking
Yeah.
about. And it's if I have my own room, then I think that I actually become more accessible. Does it make sense? Because someone can just knock and, okay, do you have a minute? So
yeah, which is kind of paradox, because you have your own space, but you're still more accessible. But I know exactly what you mean, and I think what you just described, with maybe people have a bit more courage to address you when they don't feel that people are watching or there's someone else in the room. Because I've been to the office, I know how it is. You're basically in like the heart of the whole office. I think it's like a living room. I don't know if you guys call it that there, but for me it feels like a living room. You're like in the center there, and I feel like it might also be hard to work for you sometimes, because I feel people sometimes come in there, do their stuff, and I think Henrik also sits there in front of you sometimes, right?
Yeah, it's 3-4 people.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that sounds like a good idea. And other than you just said that like a sales team will get their own spot and some other things. Do you have any rough plans so far for the office? What you're planning to do?
I always have a plan.
Yeah.
Tell me. See things in vivid pictures, images. Yeah. So one of the better parts of the office is actually that we get a kitchen, and like where people actually can sit down and have a coffee. It's like a kitchen lounge set up, and this office is more, we don't really have a kitchen. We don't really have it's kind of people they are sitting in the hall, having their lunch. Yeah, it's good. Really good.
And then otherwise, because I think we talked privately a bit about some plans that you have, and I think there's more in your head that you could share.
Should
I help you?
I don't know. maybe you can help me.
Yeah. Well, I know that, for example, some time ago we also talked about that, like meeting rooms get more and more important now, funny after Corona, because still people have online meetings and you need more meeting rooms than before. And I think you said that, I don't know if you're actually going to do it, but I think one of your plans was to get these small, I don't know how they're called, like these meeting pots or something, where you can sit in or like stand in and take a phone call. I think something like that you were thinking about.
Yeah, now I remember. Yes. Yeah, well, now post COVID, so to speak, I think the meeting rhythm has changed a little bit, and people like we have less physical meetings at the office, but people tend to be in more meetings, and then we need more meeting rooms, even if they are bigger. I mean, that doesn't help too much if there's even more meetings going on.
And different meetings at the same time, right?
Yeah. So we right now I'm looking at these small, quiet, what do you say, like soundproof, like telephone booths.
Yeah.
So where you can fit yourself, your computer, standing, and then no one can really hear your conversation. They are very expensive though. But I'm also trying, as you said, like pods, or it looks like small huts where you can actually have a table and a couple of chairs, and then you and we could have a meeting there without increasing the sound level, and we could still feel that we are almost in the same room, and even if we are in an open landscape seating.
Yeah. That sounds really cool. And I haven't been at the office yet, but I've seen like how's that called in English? The planlösning, like when you can have a drawing of the space and see where everything is located. And I have noticed that there are really, really big windows, which I also sometimes taking photos at the office really love and looking forward to, that you get so much daylight. Because now at the office, you're like on the top floor and you have some tilted ceilings. And I know the window situation is not always the best, I think. So I think I personally, I'm in a better mood when there's more light. I think it's probably a natural thing. But yeah, maybe that will also increase the happiness at the office. I think so. If there's more sunshine coming in, definitely.
Yeah.
And other than like practical solutions for the office, do you already have some kind of visions for the interior, like colors or themes or something?
I mean, we will still reuse a lot of the furnitures we have here today in this office. So not really like it's more like a subconscious process right now.
Nothing concrete. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, nothing concrete. I think something I thought about when we started to talk about the office space. I think if I look back at the scale up journey with iGoMoon, scaling up the company, one of the bigger decisions you make as an entrepreneur is when you level up the size of the office, and you pay a lot. It costs a lot of money. I mean, our biggest expenses or investments we make is basically the office, then employees and the salaries, and then we have the the software infrastructure. I think I would say this is the three biggest categories. So in our case, I'm years back made a decision to work with a very central location in Stockholm, and I think you pay a lot of extra money for that, and we could have picked a more cheap solution, just outside of Stockholm. There's a lot of beautiful places to choose from. But I really have had a strategy to pay extra money to be central in Stockholm. And I know a lot of people say when they come here, during the recruitment process, they say something like, yeah, I picked you as one of the companies that I applied for this role, or like a similar role somewhere else. But they got interested because we have this location. So, and I think it's super important to actually understand in the, during the scaling up journey, because you can always do the math and understand how much money you save on a cheaper office, but you can never actually do the math and understand how much you actually, win from that decision.
How much value it has, right? That you cannot measure in money. Yeah.
You exactly, because you can't really, understand that. So I think that's very important to say. But I also, I'm very optimistic. I think that's what you say. Sometimes people say I'm naive, but I think there is being naive and optimistic is very similar, and and I think it's super important to when you take a leap of faith and move forward. The universe really love that, and you create a vacuum, and the universe could actually fill that vacuum with a lot of magic, good, positive things.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you on that one. Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's my point.
Yeah.
That's actually my point.
Yeah, and I'm glad you took the chance and make the best out of it now. But I have one more question. I know you have some funny items at the office. Like, I think I mentioned it before, but maybe people who don't know, Mattias is a Star Wars fan, for example. He has an R2-D2 out of Lego in the corner. I've never seen it anywhere else except for iGoMoon. And I know you also have a ping pong table and stuff like that. So I just want to talk with a couple more like personal or funny items of the office. Like, what is maybe like one of the most important things to bring to the new office, or maybe even something new you're dreaming of, like a new asset for the office. I don't know, like maybe a darts thing, or I don't know, maybe something funny, unexpected. I'm sure you have ideas there.
Good question. You are getting back to the furnitures and the interior all the time. I'm
sorry about that.
Yeah, actually, I'm not really. But what should I say? Like, so I bought something here. Like yesterday, more Lego. So we have the rocket, NASA, Apollo.
Perfect.
Yes.
You should cut out faces of the team and put them on there.
Maybe that. We also have the lunar lander.
Yeah. See, Mattias, I didn't know about this, but I think it's just funny how you don't know exactly about the interior, but better get some Lego in time. You never know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So some Lego there at least, and we have a big R2D2. Yeah.
So and then I read in Slack actually that there's still discussion going on where to put the ping pong table, right? Is that issue solved by now? Is there any update?
No, we haven't solved that yet.
Okay. Well, I haven't been to the office yet, and I'm sure we will do an update on this once it's done. And actually, behind the scenes, before we recorded this, we actually had a meeting with my boyfriend who's recording your other vlog, Mon Resan, where it's more about the company and the team, and he's gonna do a moving vlog. So when this is out, I will also link it, and I'm sure I will be able to use some footage so we can incorporate it in a future episode, so that we can actually see out and find out together how the office will look like with your Lego and your ping pong table, and maybe some new meeting rooms, and we'll see. I'm excited, actually. I'm at the office next week, so maybe I can come by and have a look.
Yeah. You're welcome.
That would be great.
Okay.
All right. I think that's it for today. That was our office update, and I'm sure we do another one and talk about it. I'm curious.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Then thank you for today, and see you on Friday.
See you on Friday in the next one.
Thank you guys
Hit the
for
bell,
watching.
subscribe. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Bye-bye.